Good morning. Welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I've done a garden update, and so I just wanted to come out and show how the garden's doing in the middle of winter. Um, Recently changed the name of the channel to The Position Gardener. Let me know if you like that. And let's get started. So currently, the only thing that's flourishing in this garden is going to be my kale and there's some sage and some collard greens and Swiss chard. So basically, the leafy greens are flourishing. Everything else I have either clipped back after the end of the summer or fall harvest season. Like I took all the tomato plants out, all the other vining plants, I took those out because they were done. And we will just do a little cleanup, some weeding right now, and I'll show you how everything's going. So this is some broccoli. Um, is doing all right. That one looks okay, but all the other ones have bolted. If you can see, it kind of looks like they have little flowers on them. So I'm going to cut the heads of those off and see if regular broccoli will come back. The issue is that it was unseasonably warm for about 2 weeks in December, and so that caused them to flower before they could grow really good broccoli heads, and before I could eat them. So I'm gonna trim off at about right here, right there where it seems to start, and then we'll see if with the cold weather they could grow some more edible broccoli parts. Okay. This is a little Brussels sprout that never really took off when I planted it in the fall. So hopefully in early spring that'll come to fruition. These ones are collards that are only giving me baby collard vibes. Actually, maybe that's cabbage. Yeah, I think those are collards. And this collard is doing very well. So the leaves aren't as big as what you see on usual collard greens, but it's very fluffy compared to the other ones. So I think I will try and cut some of those off and then just see how they taste. This is my kale. I really wish I could remember what brand of kale this was. Actually, I think I see in one of the other pots. Hold on. Yeah, so this kale's in a pot, and it is, I don't know if you can see, it's red Russian kale, which is why it's so purple. So yeah, that's beautiful. So I've been using the kale in smoothies and in a few soups. And there's another Brussels sprout that isn't really giving me all the oh, actually on this one, if we look under here, you can see where the baby Brussels are. They're just not really big enough to eat. So hopefully that'll grow some more into something worth eating. All of my, let me back up. All of my fruit trees, as you can see, are pretty dormant. Some of them, like this one, have some weeds in it, so I'm gonna do some weeding today. This is my Swiss chard, which is doing very well. I actually planted this last spring and it has decided to stay alive. So I will probably trim some of those to cook up today. This is the best this chard has done. So it was kind of scraggly all like summer, but in the wintertime it is flourishing. So we'll cut some of that to cook up. These are dormant strawberry plant, blueberry plant, blackberry plant. You can see on here too that there's like little flower buds. That's because it was like 75 degrees for 2 weeks in December. So I'm gonna have to prune these plants to make sure that they'll actually grow something come springtime and summertime. Otherwise, this early flowering will mess up the whole thing. So I'm gonna prune those back. That's just a bunch of weeds I'm gonna pull up. This is another kale plant that's doing fantastic. Should cut some of that to put in some smoothies. This is just some random lemongrass. I brought it because they said it keeps bugs away, but I don't think it worked very well. These two pots, I planted potatoes in. It was like potatoes that were from the house. Because you know, if you leave your potatoes in your house and they start to sprout, you can just plant them outside. So I did, and they had shoots on them and everything. And then the shoots die back and you can harvest the potatoes. So let's see what we got. The only thing is, it did frost. It has frosted several times. So who knows how well these are actually doing in here. Well, you can see there's the potato. And let's see if I can dig it up. Man, I should have brought a spade out here to show this, because it doesn't want to come up. But most likely it's just connected to the other potatoes. So you can see there's more down in there. The deeper you go, the more you will see. So yeah, this is a bucket full of potatoes at this point. And the ones on the top might be a little damaged because they were exposed to the frost. But like I said, the deeper you go, the more potatoes we get. See? This is a bucket full of potatoes. So I'm gonna have to come back with my spade to get all of them. But, oh, that one came off. Look, we have a gorgeous red potato. And so these originally came from, like, I think I planted two or three potatoes that had sprouts on them in this bucket, and now based on this, there's at least, I would say there's probably at least 10 potatoes in here, and that's just on the top layer. They grow downward, so there's probably like 15-20 potatoes in this bucket. I'll take a couple pictures and post them. So that's pretty much it for now. I'm just gonna clean things up out here, prune some stuff, and hopefully have this garden ready for March when it's planting time. Let me know in the comments if there's anything else you want to know about the garden. I'm going to start posting more with recipes and things I've actually made from stuff I harvest. Trying to be more active this year. But for now, that's all. Have a nice day.